Hello everyone, I am Jadhav Kajal Sanjay from Department of Chemistry, New Arts, Commerce and Science College, Barnet. In the first lecture, already seen what is meant by supercritical fluid chromatography as well as introduction about supercritical fluid chromatography, some properties of supercritical fluid chromatography and instrumentation of supercritical fluid chromatography. Now in this lecture we will see next point, that is some operating variable used in supercritical fluid chromatography. So which operating variable are used in the supercritical fluid chromatography, we will see one by one. So first operating variable is the stationary phase. Which stationary phase is used in supercritical fluid chromatography, we will see. So in both packed column as well as in open tubular column are used in SFC as a stationary phase. Packed column can provide more theoretical plates and handle larger sample volume than open tubular column. Because of the low viscosity of supercritical media, column can be much longer than those used in LC and column length of 10 to 20 meter and internal diameter is 50 to 100 micrometer and it is common to open tubular column. For difficult separation column is length about 60 meter and have been used. Open tubular column are similar to the fused silica wall coated open tubular column, that is FSWC. This is made up of stainless steel and having length is 10 to 25 centimeter long. Many of the column coating used in LC have been applied to SFC as well. Typically these are polysiloxane chemically bonded to surface silica particle or in inner silica wall of capillary tubing, and this is thickness range about 0.05 to 0.4 micrometer. Open tubular column and packed column are the most common type used in SFC. This type of column contain an internal coating, a cross-linked siloxane material as a stationary phase. This is the stationary phase. Now, next important operating parameter is the mobile phase. So, which mobile phase can be used in the SFC, we will see. The most widely used in mobile phase for SFC is carbon dioxide. It is an excellent solvent for a variety of non-polar organic molecules. In addition, it transmits in the UV region and it is odorless. Also non-toxic, readily available and remarkably inexpensive compared to other chromatographic solvent. Its critical temperature is about 31 degrees centigrades and its critical pressure about 72.9 atmospheric pressure. Then some in some application polar organic modifier such as methanol are introduced in small concentration to modify the value of analyte. Some another mobile phase is used in SFC is a solvent like ethane, pentane, dichlorofluoromethane, diethyl ether, ammonia and tetrahydrofuran. But some in wide variety of material used as mobile phase in SFC. The mobile phase can be selected from the solvent group: inorganic solvent, hydrocarbon, alcohol, ether, halides, or can be acetone, acetonitrile, pyridine, etc. The most common supercritical fluid which is used in SFC is carbon dioxide because its critical temperature and pressure are easy to reach. Carbon dioxide is low cost, easy to obtain, inert toward UV, and it's non-poisonous. Carbon dioxide, ethane, N-butane, dichlorofluoromethyl, diethyl ether, ammonia, tetrahydrofuran can be used in mobile phase of SFC. Here in the chart some solvent is there and its critical temperature and critical pressure also given. So but mostly used carbon dioxide is most important solvent as a mobile phase in SFC. Now next important operating parameter is the detectors. A major advantages of SFC over HPLC is that of flame ionization detector of GC can be used. Then mass spectrometer are also more easily adapted as a detector for SFC. For detector used in LC and used in SFC as well, such as UV and IR absorption, fluorescence emission, thermonomic and flame photometric detector. These detector can be used as a in SFC. So which detector is used? First is the flame ionization detector. Second is the mass spectrometer. Then next is UV and IR absorption as well as fluorescence emission. Then flame photometric detector can be used. One of the biggest advantages of SFC over HPLC is the range of detectors. Flame ionization detector, which is normally present in GC setup, can also be applied to SFC. SFC can also be coupled with mass spectrometer and UV visible spectrometer or an IR spectrometer. Easily then can be done with an HPLC. Fluorescence emission spectrometer or thermonomic detector also used in SFC. Another one important, uh, another one operating variable is there, that is effect of pressure, but it is not much more important. Next is the application of SFC. So in SFC, technique has been applied to the wide variety of material including natural products, drugs, foods, pesticide and herbicide, surfactant, polymer and polymer additive, fossil fuel and explosive and propellant. One of the most important application of SFC is to chiral separation, particularly in the pharmaceutical industry. The increased diffusion rate of SFC over LC illusions lead to higher resolution and sharper peak to enable accurate measurement of enantiomeric purity. And then the application of SFC range from food and environmental and pharmaceutical industries. Pesticide, herbicide, polymer, explosive and fossil fuel can be analyzed. SFC can be used to analyze a wide variety of drug compounds such as antibiotic, prostaglandin, steroids, Taxol, barbiturate, some etc. This is the application of SFC. In the next lecture, we will see supercritical fluid extraction. Thank you.